What's up, squad? What's up? What's up? What's up? That music kind of confused me for a minute. I'm like, what is going on with this music? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Hello, Mr. Debonair. Hello, all for little C. Andrea, I see you in here, Andrea. Queen 73. Look at all the members. Look at all the members. Hi, you can actually become a member by going to the community tab and clicking on the join. Membership start at $1.99, $4.99, and $9.99. You get a little icon next to your name. Look, y'all. Before y'all go in on my health. I had a bob yesterday. I got a bun today. So it's been raining in Atlanta. It was sunny today though, but it's been raining in Atlanta, and I was like, "Oh my God, my hair is so awful today, and I need to go out here." I just threw me a bun on. Let me put this link in here for this community. Look, for some reason on YouTube, it doesn't show up on your phone, the link to join the membership. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in here. I did put it in the community tab, but for those of you who have not seen it, hold on. I'm about to put it in here right now. Let me go get it. Here it is right here. Bam. Copy link. Bam. Put it in the chat. Bam. That's the link for the membership. So mods, if you wouldn't mind cutting and pasting and sharing that to those people who would like to know how to join to be a part of our prestigious green club over here. But anyway, I digress. Happy New Year to everybody. I hope everybody is having a wonderful New Year thus far. You made it. Some of us did not. Not some of us. I made it too, thank God. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Knock on wood. But apparently, y'all, you've already heard about Nick Gordon. Nick Gordon, who used to be Bobbi Kristina's play brother / husband. That wasn't really her husband, but yeah, all of that. But apparently he died of a drug overdose New Year's Day in the wee hours. I guess the clock struck 12 and he started to party a little too hard. People were saying that it was a suspected drug overdose, but then TMZ released, let me turn this drone off. I didn't realize I was still flying around. TMZ released the audio of the dispatch, where the dispatch was saying the caller said that Nick had foam coming out of his mouth, black foam, and then come to find out that the black foam is indicative of an opioid overdose. So it's a really sad situation, but I want to kind of touch on a few things. Oh, there it is. It's off. I wanted to touch on a few things tonight about Nick Gordon, because people are calling it, saying it's karma, the Illuminati got him, somebody sent somebody for him. And I don't know if I believe all that. When I read over certain things, it's like, look, I know it's some Whitney Houston fans in here. I know it's some Bobbi Kristina fans in here. I know it's some Bobby Brown fans in here. But at the end of the day, all of them were using drugs. And when you use drugs, something, things like this happen. Drugs are bad, okay? Just like the people of South Park say, drugs are very, very bad. A lot of people trivialize cocaine abuse, heroin abuse, freebasing, all the stuff. Look, weed smoking, gummy bears, edibles, alcohol, that's a drug too. But they've been on drugs for a long time. I've been writing about Nick Gordon and Bobbi Kristina way before Whitney even passed away. Like I threw a few photos in here from my website that people have been asking me to use, and long story short, I'm like, I can't even authorize use of these pictures because hell, they've been on my site so long, I don't even know where they came from. I don't know where I got the pictures from. Hold on, let me find it. Whitney and Nick, like, my site is like the only site that has this picture. Where did this picture come from? I don't know. I think it came from Facebook or somewhere. But for those of you who don't know who Nick Gordon is or was, Nick Gordon used to live with Bobbi Kristina and Whitney when they were teens. Apparently, he was having problems at home. Bobbi Kristina, he was a friend of Bobbi Kristina's, and she wanted him to live, asked Whitney could he live there, and Whitney was like, okay, good. And people have been saying all this time that perhaps he was, helping Whitney secure the drugs, helping Bobbi Kristina. He was like the middleman because he was around, he was a hangers on. Just AB said weed ain't no drug. Why isn't it? But anyway, long story short, after Whitney passed, he seemed to like cling around to the family, and nobody really knew why he was there. Then all of a sudden, it was, instead of being Whitney's adopted son, he was Bobbi Kristina's boyfriend. So everybody was like, wait a minute, how he become Bobbi Kristina boyfriend, but he was Whitney's adopted? That's kind of strange. Like, they were living as brothers and sisters, and now they a couple. How that happened? Shout out to Just Lovely for joining the squad, but she was already a member, but joining the memberships on YouTube. But I used to call him, I used to catch a whole lot of flack because everybody was like, leave that young couple alone. It's not right for you to be calling him her brother hubby. Her brother lover and her brother hubby. And I was like, what is he then? Is he just a friend? Like, I don't understand. What do y'all want me to call him? So, I need to put a title to this for my own sanity. That's how I was when I was writing about it. So, of course, I nicknamed him her brother lover when they was living together. Then when she came up and said that, she had a ring and that they had gotten married, I began calling him her brother hubby. Now, you said they used to go in the comments. Exactly, Bunzip. They used to tear me to shreds, and I just used to love it. I'm like, he is her brother hubby. So, so the story goes, they were living in Whitney's condo in Atlanta, and they just used to fight, and they used to get in trouble all the time. Then I think Pat or somebody kicked them out the condo. They got their own apartment. Bobbi Kristina had a little bit of money. She bought Nick a car. Nick used to get in trouble with the car. He wrecked the car. It was just all kind of things going on with this couple. They was like, and I hate to say it, they was just like the new Bobby and Whitney, in Atlanta, because everybody had their eyes on this couple. Like, what they gonna do next? Then, when they said they got married, who was it? Inside Edition. Hold on, I think I got that picture in here somewhere. Look, there got another picture of them. That's from my site. I don't know where I got it from, so don't use it. Don't use it if it's not on Straight from the A. You better not use it. But anyway, hold on, let me find that picture of them on. This is the picture of them from Inside Edition when she had that ring on her finger, but then come to find out that the ring was actually one of Whitney's rings that she kind of put on her wedding finger, and they just start claiming that they were married. And so everybody was like, well, what does Nick do exactly? And I'm like, I guess he secures the drugs for Bobbi Kristina at this point. He used to do it for Whitney. Now he's doing it for Bobbi Kristina. What is he doing? Like, why ain't nobody checking on these kids? These kids are running wild in Atlanta. And Von Zipper, I don't know if you remember, I used to say that all the time on the site. Why nobody checking on these damn kids? They got all this money, all these cars, all these drugs. At one point, Nick Gordon was running around with guns because Pat was telling him he needed to stop, and then he would get on the internet with his guns and threaten Pat. And then remember, Pat Houston had got a damn restraining order against him. It was one thing after another with Nick Gordon, and all of this is on Straight from the A. Of course, if you want to go over to Straight from the A, type in Nick Gordon and it'll all come up. But, I was just wondering, what his fate would be after Bobbi Kristina. Bobbi Kristina passed away. She was found the same way her mom was found, face down in the tub. They were saying that, she was doing drugs with Nick and a friend, and the friend finally, told on Nick and said that they all was doing drugs and this, that, and the third. Bobbi Kristina was found with drugs in her system. We all know how that turned out. Oh, shout out to Badia Ackerson for joining. And so when all of that was going down, everybody was like, well, what is going on? What is Bobbi gonna do? Bobbi was mad. Everybody was mad at Nick Gordon. Then, it's like, where is Bobbi Kristina's money? I still haven't figured out what Bobbi Kristina's money is. Did she even have any money? I'm sure she had a little bit of money. But anyway, I after Bobbi Kristina passed away, Nick kind of just faded to black. I mean, he was depressed for a while. He was on Dr. Phil. You know, his mom and he was on Dr. Phil talking about, you know, drug use and their, you know, relationship. It was cringeworthy because I'm like, that mom don't even know the boy. Does she even know her son? What is going on with that? You said didn't nobody care, and that's what I got from it. Nobody cared about these two kids that was running around with all this money. But anyway, so y'all saw the Dr. Phil interview. We suffered through all that, and it's just that now, you know, when I got news of his demise on New Year's, like, I don't think anybody was necessarily shocked. But it's kind of like we've been going through this story with y'all for years, like the whole Bobbi Kristina, Whitney Houston clan, like, and now here's another death that's kind of involved in the Houstons, but not really. You know, it's on the peripheral. It's not necessarily inside, and I don't know how to feel about it. Like, you know, I see a lot of the things that people are saying, and I was going to come live and talk about it the other day, and then I was like, well, I don't want to get, you know, I'm having fun with my friends. I don't want to talk about this, but then I'm like, everybody was like, we need to talk about it. But here's the thing. Nick Gordon, even when he left Atlanta, remember he was with the other girl. What's her name? Laura Loud or something. If you Google her name, my site will come up with that too. He was with the other girl. He was allegedly beating her. They say he was on drugs then. Then I guess she faded to black because don't nobody know where she is. But the crazy thing about it, now that he's passed away, all of these new details are coming up about his life because, you know, we haven't been paying attention. Well, not since Bobbi and the whole Brown Houston clan sued Nick for the civil lawsuit, where he lost the civil lawsuit for, what was it, $3.6 million or something to that effect, that they knew he would never pay because he ain't got no money and no job, no skills and nothing. But anyway, long story short, he hadn't been working, he hadn't been doing anything. He had moved back to Florida where some of his family was. Now come to find out that he had actually almost OD'd several months before he actually died, and nobody really knew about it. Like, all of this stuff is coming forward. Hold on, let me go through. This is from the Daily Mail, honey. A friend told the Daily Mail that Gordon overdosed a month ago, but was revived by Narcan, an opioid antidote that reverses the effects of heroin. He was dealing with heroin. He wasn't dealing with no weed. Like just AB said, weed is not a drug. But it is, boys and girls. Weed is bad. Weed is very, very bad. They also revealed that Gordon had been homeless and living at the Sheraton Orlando North Hotel for at least 3 weeks. His family and friends suspect the drug black tar heroin was involved in his death, which kind of explains, I don't know if you've heard the 911 call. I could put it in here. I could, but what's the point? The 911 call where they said that it was a black foamy substance coming out of his mouth, but he wasn't breathing. And then, you know, they declared that he was dead. But his family and friends suspect that he was on the drug black tar heroin. Friends say he disappeared off the radar several months ago after splitting with his girlfriend, Laura Leal. I guess Laura Leal kicked him out, which is why he was residing in the hotel. Gordon's mother, Michelle, was by her side during the 2015 fallout for Bobbi Kristina, but she was living in Hawaii at the time of his death, and they're reporting that she has traveled from her home in Hawaii to view his body. It's just sad. I don't know. You said that's the black stuff he was throwing up. Yeah, Anita, that's it. So let me read some more of this. Look, this is my first time seeing a lot of this. It said, on the first occasion, a loved one was able to revive Gordon by administering Narcan. But luck ran out for the former fiance of the late Bobbi Kristina Brown when he once more overdosed in a central Orlando hotel room early on New Year's Day and did not get medical assistance in time. Toxicology screens are yet to reveal what exactly killed Gordon, but family and friends suspect that it was black tar heroin, a cheaper but notoriously potent form of the drug. Nick Gordon, hold on, was with a mystery female companion who raised the alarm but left before the fire and rescue team arrived. The 30-year-old had been dead for at least 15 minutes, and while first responders managed to restart his heart and get him to the hospital, he died later that day, surrounded by his family. Gordon's heartbroken mother, Michelle, 48, traveled from her home in Honolulu. Friends told Daily Mail that she is due to fly back to Hawaii after leaving arrangements for Gordon to be cremated and attending a small private memorial service on Thursday night. Michelle was a loyal presence at her son's side throughout the fallout in 2015, attending interviews for support and letting him live at her previous home in Sanford, Florida. But 2 years ago, she decided to start a new life in Hawaii, telling friends she was on the verge of a nervous breakdown and wanted to escape the stress and glare of the paparazzi. But she didn't take her son with her. She left him there to be homeless and strung out. But anyway, I digress. Just like she left him with Whitney. I don't have nothing to do with that. Look, condolences. Pals say that the final straw came in June 2017 when she was forced to step in to protect her son's on again, off again girlfriend Laura, who was allegedly being beaten and held prisoner in her guest bedroom. Michelle just couldn't take it anymore. She always feared her son's addiction would kill him, and she couldn't stand to see that happen. She absolutely devastated, of course, but there's a slight sense of closure knowing Nick is finally at peace. That's what a friend is saying to Daily Mail. That I don't know. That's so sad. She said her goodbyes and has done what she needed to do. She knows there was nothing more she or anybody else could have done to rescue him from his addiction. Over the past 12 months, Gordon was holding down a job in construction and was said to have been doing great. That was according to his father, Jack Walker Jr. He told me 2020 was going to be a better year than 2019, says Jack. Gordon was living with concerned former neighbors who looked out for signs of drug abuse and kept an eye on his drinking, but disappeared off the radar several months ago. Now he was staying at the 3-star Sheraton Orlando Hotel North, where rooms start at around $99 a night. That was his home for the final 2 to 3 weeks of his life. Hotel management refused to comment, but Gordon's scruffy black BMW was still parked on the property Thursday with clothes, phone chargers, carrier bags, and water bottles strewn across its seats. Gordon's black BMW had a ton of damage to the bodywork, and the tires were totally bald. This is so sad. The Maitland Police Department was alerted of his suspected fatal overdose at 5:15 a.m. on New Year's Day. Of course, we already talked about this. Black stuff is coming out of his mouth, and he is not breathing. The dispatcher could be heard saying entry was made into the room where members of the Maitland Fire and Rescue Department began providing care to an unresponsive individual. He was pronounced deceased at Advent Health Alamonte Springs Hospital later that day. In a further twist, the emergency dispatch refers to Gordon as Nick Bouler. Confirmation that Gordon had recently decided to legally change his name. Did y'all know he had legally changed his name to Nick Bouler because everybody had been harassing him for being the person who allegedly killed Bobbi Kristina and Whitney? I didn't know that either. Nick Bouler. Hold on, I gotta put the picture up of Nick and Whitney. Hold on. Let me finish. He was secretive about the decision to change his name, but friends believe he was attempting to distance himself from his notorious past and the vast $36 million in damages he owed Bobbi Kristina's estate. The daughter of pop icons Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown spent 6 months in a coma after she was found passed out in the bathtub with a slew of drugs in her system and bruises to her chest. Gordon protested his innocence and insists he did everything he could to resuscitate the 22-year-old budding singer after finding her unconscious at the Alpharetta home they shared. The sad episode echoed the death of her superstar mom, Whitney, who also drowned in a bathtub in Beverly Hills with cocaine abuse and heart disease contributing to her 2012 demise. And that was February 2012. Bobbi Kristina died in January, and of course Nick also died in January. Everybody's always putting this together, saying he died, almost a month to the day of her death. So that's interesting as well. Bobbi Kristina's autopsy listed drug intoxication and the immersion of her face in the water as factors. Gordon, who was taken in by Houston at the age of 12, has never faced criminal charges and claims he tried his best to save the girl he considered his little sis before their relationship became romantic. Brown's estate accused him of causing her wrongful death by giving her a toxic mixture and also stealing from her bank account while she was comatose. When neither Gordon nor his lawyer showed up to the hearings at a 2016 Fulton County Superior Court case, the judge ruled against him by default, ordering him to pay those massive damages. Gordon's rap sheet also includes arrest for kidnapping and domestic violence against Lil, which we spoke about earlier, who said that during their June 2017 fight, he punched her so hard she wondered if she was dead. However, she later dropped those charges and of domestic violence and false imprisonment, insisting that she was as much to blame as he was. Gordon's dad insists this week that his headline-grabbing son was misunderstood by the media and unfairly labeled a bully. I just want the world to know that despite everything that they heard negative about Nick, he was a great person. He loved everyone. Former lawyer Joe S. Habashi added in a statement that while I cannot speak to the specific circumstances of his death, I can say it's been truly heartbreaking to have witnessed firsthand the total devastation that drug addiction has wreaked upon a group of young friends, all of whom were loved and had immense potential. Whew, that is so sad. I don't even know what to say. That is so sad. Look, I know y'all have y'all theories about what happened, and y'all are saying that it was karma. People are coming up with all kind of scenarios about Bobby sent somebody to get him in the middle of the night. But I'm like, he just was doing drugs. He's been doing hard drugs for how many years now? He was just a drug addict. His mama even said he was a drug addict and she thought he was going to die. So, when you look at it overall, who do we place the blame on? Everybody placed the blame on Nick for Bobbi Kristina's death, but they were both doing drugs. You remember when Bobbi Kristina got so tiny, she was so skinny, and everybody was like, why is she so small? And it was because she was doing anyway. R.I.P. to Bobbi Kristina, Whitney, and now Nick Gordon. I've been refraining from talking about this story. It's so crazy. It's crazy to me too. I don't even look. Now they're saying, he's going to be cremated. There's not going to be a funeral. Who's going to go to the funeral? All y'all hate him anyway. I mean, the boy changed his name to avoid, the scrutiny of the world. The boy was living in a hotel and didn't nobody even know it. Like, it is just so sad. I can see Lifetime screwing up this story in a movie and putting somebody like, I don't know, Ray J as Nick Gordon. It's just crazy. You said, didn't their white friend pass through? Oh, TMZ, that may be. That may be. But I would love to hear from you guys. That's all I got. Go ahead, like this video. Subscribe to the channel. Look, my part of the video is over now. Now I'm going to listen to y'all, and y'all can lament to me about what y'all think about this sad situation. Drugs are bad. Drugs are no joke. Exactly, Icon Done. It is not to be played with. Y'all take this drug stuff too seriously. And I know I be calling people junkie this and junkie that. I said I was going to, leave my pettiness behind in 2020. But, people were like, They just do a little bit of drugs. No, if they looking like they walk around ashy and people doing drugs and like scratching and doing all kind of stuff. That is horrible. I don't know. Anyway, let me stop. Hold on. Let me go into my conference app. Weed is not a drug. Just AB. Weed is a drug. Alcohol is a drug. Liquor is a drug. It is all drugs. And if you do anything in excess, it will kill you. So you must do everything, if you choose to do it at all, in moderation. You said ashy and dehydrated. I can't stand you know. Number. Hold on. I'm dialing in. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, visit and read the full story over at straightfromtha.com.
Now. This free conference call is hosted by Conference Now.
Hold on. Caller 8617, you are on the line.
Oh, it's me.
It's you. You was quick. Who is this?
Oh, Nick Gordon. It's Von Zipper.
Hey, Von Zipper.
Yeah, the saga finally ends. I hate to see that happen to him.
Man. And I don't even want to say it out loud. And my thing is, and you know, Bobby has gone on and lived his life. You remember when everybody was blaming Bobby for everything? Everybody was blaming Bobby for Whitney. Everybody was blaming him. And now I don't know if he clean, but you know, he got a wife and kids and he's just gone on. And it's like, it's just sad. I don't know. It's just all just a crazy ongoing saga and we're all just tuned in to see what happens.
Yeah, it's ironic. I actually had to, this is for personal reasons, I had to stop. After she died in the tub, just like her mom died, that's when I knew that Nick was next. And I'll give it to him, though, that he made it longer than I thought he would.
Yeah.
Because I get it, though. Like, you know, I don't advise anyone to do any drugs, like you say, like, you know. But he did see his mother figure die tragically and suddenly, and the love of his life died. Like, he was, like, destined for that fate. Oh. You know, like, think about somebody you live with and you think, like, you in love with, and they die on you, and your mama figure die on you, too.
But when you say destined, when you see that, when you see your mother figure die and the love of your life or / sister die of the same thing, wouldn't that be your cue to, like, change? And I don't want to even touch drugs no more. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even want to see a needle or smoke or whatever however it is that they were ingesting. I wouldn't want to be around it.
But Michelle, with that kind of logic, he would have never been with Bobbi Kristina in the first place.
No, he would have been with Bobbi Kristina because Bobbi Kristina was his lifeline. That was the money pit right there. Like, she had everything that he didn't have.
Yeah, but that money introduced him to those drugs. But if he was just a regular old boy living in Florida, I don't think he would have, you know, he probably would have only been able to afford just like, I mean, he probably would have, but, you know, like, I don't think it would have been, black tar heroin is not cheap. I mean, it's kind of cheap, but it's not something that a normal person would just be like, oh, I'm going to go take. Like,
look, Buzz, but how much is black tar heroin going these days? Because I don't know nothing about it.
I don't know, but I'm just saying that's not a gateway drug. That's somebody who's they've been in the drug game. So that means he went through weed, he went through cocaine. I'm assuming this, I will say that.
Yeah.
But it's not something that you're like, it's New Year's Eve, let me just go hit, you know, get some. Normal people usually, you know, start out with a little bit of alcohol and, you know.
Right.
And even that, you start out with a beer, and then you get, you know, a wine cooler, then you get a beer, then you start getting the Hennessy, you know. You don't just go to black tar heroin. So the boy was just destined for it, but I was kind of shocked. I, like, scrolled past it. But
I was shocked too, and then to be like one of the first major deaths of the new year. It's like, damn, Nick, you couldn't. New Year, really? It's just unfortunate.
So Pat's not going to get her $3 million. I mean, we knew she wasn't going to get it anyway. I wonder what Pat has to say.
Yeah. That's gonna be interesting to hear what any of them have to say. And they've
And
been
then no funeral. I know people who have no friends at all, like not even a cat, a dog, or a goldfish, and they still had a funeral.
mm.
That's one way to end it, but.
Yeah, because it's like the mom came, from the way I'm reading it, it's like the mom came, viewed the body, said cremated it. All right, I'm going home. Like, who get the ashes?
I mean, yeah, she's right with cremating it, but I think the shocking thing that you said is that he changed his name. I didn't know that.
Yes.
I mean, it was a lot of strife with that Nick Gordon name. I bet, like, if he put that on somebody's job application, that's an automatic throwaway.
Right. Man.
So that shows a lot about his mental state.
Yeah.
That, like, he didn't want to. He changed his name. That's shocking.
It is.
But a saga ends. I wrote it in the comments. It reminds me of the Anna Nicole Smith thing, where like every day it's a twist and a turn.
Yep.
And now it ends.
Yep.
Bobbi, stay off the drugs.
Definitely. I hope, yeah. I don't even want to say it out loud. But thank you so much, Fun Zipper, for your input. I appreciate you. Happy New Year.
Night.
All right.
Happy New Year.
Now on all the news articles, y'all need to change. It wasn't Nick Gordon. His name was Nick Bouler. Nick Bouler. Bouler. Anonymous, you're on the line.
I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way, Michelle. Show them all the beauty they possess inside.
What the hell?
Listen, give them a sense of pride to make it easier. We gotta let the children know they are the future, Michelle. We cannot keep failing our children, okay? We cannot keep letting the children get into the streets, honey, because it leads them to a path of destruction, hunty. How are you, Michelle?
I'm wonderful. Is this Trey?
Girl, yes, it is me. I'm on my third margarita. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. I'm just hoping my bun don't fall off. Happy Saturday.
I think your bun is pretty. I think it's I like it. But let me tell you, this situation is so sad. It's sad. I mean, Lord knows Bobby Brown was a crackhead. Whitney Houston was a crackhead. Bobbi Kristina was a crackhead. And now Nick Gordon. It's just sad. And you know what's so sad? Whitney Houston was so beautiful, and she was so talented. And couldn't no one sing like her, like she was the voice. But I do believe that the reason why she struggled with her addiction was because she was an undercover lesbian. Because I feel like back in the 80s, you couldn't be openly gay, because it was, taboo. And I feel like if her mother and the record label and her family would have accepted the fact that she was in love with Robin Crawford and let her live her life, I think she would have changed. I think, she would have changed. However, she got with Bobby Brown, and when, when two addicts get together, it just goes downhill from there. She was under so much pressure.
Don't be blaming Bobby. Bobby wasn't an addict at the time.
I know her brother got her on them drugs. So what I'm trying to say is that when she got with Bobby, he was an alcoholic and she was a crackhead. And so then she became a crackhead and an alcoholic, and he became an alcoholic and a crackhead. Their worlds collided. And I felt like she was not living in her truth. She was a closeted lesbian. That's why she had so much pain. And then not to mention her cousin molested her, and her family had covered it up, like her mother didn't believe her. Like she had so much turmoil inside of her, and it passed down to her daughter, Bobbi Kristina, and Bobbi Kristina made the same mistake by falling for a man who was no good. I mean, allegedly they said that Nick Gordon was going upside Bobbi Kristina's head and stuff, beating on her, mistreating her, and it's just so sad to me, Michelle. Like, crack is whack, okay? It's whack. Like, why do you have to do cocaine? You know what I'm saying? It's just so sad. It's so sad. But, hopefully the boy is resting, and the man is resting in peace, because I know he lived his life on this earth in turmoil, honey. He did. And I feel sorry for his family. I do. But you know what's so funny, Michelle?
What?
In my honest opinion, I think that he was messing with Whitney Houston. I think that Nick Gordon was messing with Whitney first.
At 12 years old? At 12 years old?
No, I'm talking about when he got grown.
She was gone by the time he got grown.
Wasn't he like 25 when she died?
No, he might have been like 18, 19.
Oh, then never mind. I thought he was. How old is Nick Gordon? I thought he's like 35, 36?
30.
Oh, shit, I got my age all messed up. Oh, child, I've been drinking. Never mind. Refresh that, honey. Whitney should never took that boy in. She knew that boy was trouble.
Thank you, Von Zipper. Von Zipper said he was 22.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, Jesus. That family's crazy. I think he killed Bobbi Kristina, girl. I think he drowned her in a tub, honey. I think that he drowned her in the tub, and I think that this is his karma, honey. I believe that Pat Houston killed Whitney Houston. I believe it's all karma, honey. That's my opinion, okay?
Well, thank you, Trey.
But let me say something. Let me just say this last thing.
Go ahead.
Protect your children, y'all. Don't let y'all kids go out in these streets and sell these drugs and get hooked up on these drugs. So this is going to lead you to either prison or death, okay? Protect the kids at all costs. Whitney wasn't protected. Bobbi Kristina wasn't protected. And this young man, Nick Gordon, wasn't protected, okay? Just protect the children. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. I'm going to be back in your chat, girl.
All
bye.
right, Trey. Bye. A word, protect the children. That's a good word. 2462. Hello.
Hey, Michelle. Happy New Year.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey, New York.
Call in and hey, you look so beautiful, girl. I love your hair. Did you do it yourself?
Yes, honey. I had to throw this bun on today. I'm getting my hair done.
Yes, it's gorgeous. Sophisticated. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
I wanted to call in and, talk about the Nick Gordon thing. It's so sad what happened to the family. I think it's a spirit, to be honest with you. And a lot of people don't want to talk about spiritual warfare. But just as sure as, God is real, there are evil forces. And there are some spirits that run amok in certain households and through certain families. And it's just really sad, that demon took him out. And, his life still had purpose in some way. I do believe that he did have some mental issues. It was very evident on the Dr. Phil show. Mm-hmm. And it was just really sad what happened to him. So I don't know. It's just a sad situation. And just to see a black man, because black people, we're not built for going out like this. We've been through too much. So to see someone have a demise like this, it's so sad.
It is.
And I do agree with Trey about Pat Houston. Pat Houston is something about her that isn't right. And I've been on the internet for a few years, and people have said, something, it seems off about her. I don't know. I just don't trust her. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you. New York, what you do for New Year's, New York?
Yes. I actually traveled to Florida for New Year's.
Okay.
And it was a great time. Spent there, went there, spent time with the family. It was great.
Okay. Well, Happy New Year. I'm glad you enjoyed your New Year.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Oh, thank you, New York, for keeping it cute.
Thank you. Juno tried to sexually assault me. Have a good night.
Bye, girl. Oh, my God. I knew it was coming. Hold on. I done lost the conference out trying to text people. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. 0899. Hello.
My thing is, are you gonna talk or you gonna text? Which one you gonna do? What's up, Michelle? What's going on? Are you here to talk or you go text?
Well, it is
I need to
Saturday,
know.
and people are trying to figure out where I am, what I'm doing. So yes, I have to, make sure my friends know that I'm on my way soon. But go ahead. How
You
you
know, when you log
doing?
off, you know you going to bed. Up front.
You think?
Hey, nah. I mean, back in the day, you was out and about. I don't know about now. You know, you get got older. You know, so I don't know. I don't know what you do now, but back in the day, you was looking good, like candy. But look, I mean, when I say candy, I'm talking about candy like M&Ms. I'm not talking about that candy. But look, you look pretty today. I must say, you look refreshed.
Thank
You
you.
must got a new boyfriend or something.
Happy New Year, Dre.
Happy New Year, beautiful. Um, that dude Trey could sing. That dude Trey who just called you, he could really sing.
Yeah, he
He should
can.
yeah. But too bad he look like an egg, and it's not gonna go nowhere, bro. So give it up. But look, it's a new year. It's a new year. Okay, so look, Nick Gordon.
Hmm.
They say he died of overdose. When he used to live out there in Roswell, he used to do drugs a lot too. And Frankie used to be out there in Roswell, Sandy Springs, doing drugs too. But we talking about Nick Gordon today. So my thing is, that's what happened when you hang around a bunch of white folks. That's what they do, and he wanted to be a white boy so bad. He acted white every time I seen him. So I mean, that's what happened. You hung around a lot of white people, and that's what white people do. I mean, they get you on drugs. The white people that he was hanging around, and Alfreda,
So
also
you were out. You
they
were out
can't
there
get a
too,
gamma.
huh? So you were out there
Huh?
too. You were out there also, right?
Yeah, I don't do drugs or anything like that. But let
Oh,
me
okay.
tell you, I met this chick, right? And she kept like, this is a true story, right? My right hand.
You got like
Okay, so I met this
10
chick,
seconds, Dre. 10 seconds.
and I found out she was doing cocaine and meth and stuff because we would be cool for a minute, then she would disappear. I'm like, oh, where's she disappearing to? And I would call, she would not answer, and I'm very handsome, so every female want to talk to me, and she wouldn't answer my calls, and then she would come back, and I'm like, yeah, where is she? I hit you up. Oh, she was busy, and I found out she was doing cocaine and meth. But that's when it's who you hang around. You know what I'm saying? It's who you hang around. So
Well, thank you so much, Dre. Thank you, and
they offer drugs. But what I did notice though, like the people in your comments, they're probably on drugs. That's why they write so much negative shit about me, because you peasants are drug addicts, and I'm going to pray for y'all tonight. And I'm going to start a new year that you guys, all you peasants, buy a zipper and all get off of drugs. Michelle, you coughing. It's not. Are you okay?
No. Good night.
Let me see your medical records.
Bye, Dre.
I love you, baby.
Whew, where do y'all come from? Caller
Oh my God.
6196. Hello. Where do y'all come from?
Woo, what a way to start the new year.
I know, right? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. First, look, New York and him, they both start all normal, then they end the call with some crazy stuff. Hilarious.
They try, honey. They try to be good. They just can't help it. Who am I speaking with today?
This is Buzzworthy TV.
Hey,
How are you?
Buzzworthy. Happy New Year, honey.
Happy New Year. Girl, this is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. When I saw that, I wasn't surprised. I was just like, dang, not him too, because it's just like, I'm telling y'all, I don't care. It was a lot of drug use going on, but can't nobody tell me there ain't something crazy going on with this whole situation. But
You think so?
I mean, then too again, it's also too, like you said, that happens when you open that door into, with drug use. Like, yeah, it is some crazy stuff going on. We can't deny that. But when you allow that demon to come in, it is allowed to run amok. So we don't know what happened. It's just crazy.
Right.
All three of them.
Yeah, it was a mess. Look, I'm just, I don't know, but like they said, at least the mom is like, now her heart can rest easy, because she felt like could nobody help him, and I guess he had been going through it for so long. But the name change and all of that, like he was in turmoil for a while, so it's unfortunate.
Yeah, because I didn't even know about that. He had changed his name. But if you ever, like you said, he's been pretty much under the radar. But if you ever see him, like every now and then, he would pop up. Like even with that situation with his most recent girlfriend, Laura Lill, TMZ had like showed the video, the body cam when the police had came there, when the police was called with their altercation. He was all distraught and whiny. It's kind of like he just mentally was just unstable. He's just been unhinged for a while. It's just sad. It's just sad because I'm like you, like no one cared enough to like when he was at the hospital to make sure he was okay. His mama basically identified the body and just said cremate him. It's like I understand that he wasn't perfect, but it's like nobody even regards his life.
Right. And that's why I was like, who gets the ashes? Now that you didn't like said what to do, and now you didn't flew back, to Hawaii. You didn't even wait till Thursday. You like what the hell?
Right, you ain't even had no type of service, no nothing. Like you said, she just flew right back to Hawaii. Like even like my stepfather was cremated, but we still had a service. You know what I'm saying? She didn't even give him a proper goodbye. It was just like, okay, cremate him. I'm about to go home about my life.
Well, maybe his family members will do something for him. I don't.
Maybe, but it's just so crazy. The only person that seemed to be distraught is his brother.
Yeah. Yeah, because his brother was the first person who told everybody.
That statement on Facebook.
Yeah. Well,
it's just so sad. But yeah, I just wanted to say, Happy New Year. Just give my little thoughts on it. I don't know. I don't even feel like they even investigated all their deaths like they were supposed to. I think that's because drugs were involved. They just, they just basically open a shut case. I mean, I understand that drugs will kill you. It will cause you to drop dead, but some underlying stuff is going on. But I don't know. It's just sad.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, thank you so much, Buzzworthy. I hope you have a wonderful rest of 2020. We just getting started. Is there anything you left in 2019?
You too.
Oh, well, thank you. Wait, what happened? Hold on. I don't know what happened. 3343, hello. Hello.
Hey, Miss Doe, can you hear me?
Hey, Andrea. All my faves calling today. What's up, Andrea?
Yeah, Happy New Year. Are you working tomorrow on the Housewives?
Yes, ma'am. Most likely.
Okay. But it is sad that Nick lost his life, too. I just can't believe, Whitney, Bobbi, Nick. But you know what? I'm confused about his mama. Why wouldn't she let her son just go with over there, Whitney and Bobbi Kristina? And to me, all three of them, there's a pattern somewhere in that picture. All three of them died at Overdose.
Right.
All three of them was on.
Well, all three of them had issues. It's so sad.
And she to me, she didn't even expect her own son because she gone back to Hawaii. It's just she act like he wasn't important to her. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but didn't she say she had problems with drug addictions and things too?
Did she? I think she had alcohol problems.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, similarly.
It's just sad that he to me I think he caused Bobbi Kristina death. I'm just saying, and that's why he been tormented. I'm just saying. And and I don't feel like the Georgia police did enough investigation, how the girl died. I'm just saying,
but,
he wasn't charged. He wasn't charged with an accidental death.
He was found legally responsible, and of course, $36 million is a lot of money, but they knew they weren't never gonna get it. So.
What job did he have that he could buy with he's gonna get it? That he's gonna get it. I'm just saying.
Right. I mean, think about it though. If he had decided to like write a tell-all or you know, something to that effect. They would have got their money, and maybe he would have got his too. I don't know, but you know, I don't think he was smart on that end. He just decided that he lived his life, you know, chasing whatever he was chasing that next high. It's so unfortunate.
It's so unfortunate, and I don't feel like it's a karma because all three of them lost their life.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like it's karma. I just feel like it's sad. All three of them lost their life at a timely death when and they were supposed to be dying. So that's how I really feel. And I was heartbroken when Whitney Houston died because I feel like she was a part of my childhood. I cried the whole day and played her song all day. And I still feel like nobody can't touch Whitney Houston. I would go back and listen to her music every day.
Yeah. Well, thank you,
Thanks
Andrea. I'll probably be over on Patreon. I'm not sure if I'm going to go tonight, but I know I'll be there tomorrow.
Okay. Well, I'll see you then.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. I'm going to shut down the phone line. But, you know, let me see what y'all talk about. Cool Music said Gordon will reportedly be cremated and there will be a private service on Thursday, January 9th. Yes, they said there will be a small something, but the mom came and made all of the arrangements, and then she flew back to Hawaii. You said we need some Patreon love. I know, just AB. I've been neglecting y'all, but don't worry. I'm gonna give y'all a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm just gonna be like, y'all just gonna be sick of me in a minute. But I just have friends in town. Anyway, y'all know how it goes. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Mr. She mom collected that insurance check. Well, did she? You just hung up on her. Well, no, I didn't. What is she saying? Petty humans, okay, Gordon, blah, 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 blah. Whitney was a talented, beautiful soul with a lot of pain and skeletons. Always booked and busy. I try to be TMC. I try to be. And shout out to my Patreon squad in here. If you're a member of the Patreon squad, you already know, put your aliens up in the air. Nick Gordon, like I said, in the beginning of this live, I've been reporting on Nick Gordon since, before Whitney Houston's demise. And so even though, I don't know, it just hit kind of hard. It was a shock to see that he passed away. And it was even a bigger shock to find out that he was homeless at the time of his death. And it was even a more, devastating to learn that, he had been traumatized all this time. The press had been following him around so much that he changed his name to Nick Bouler. He was known as Nick Bouler when he died. So, I don't know, you guys. It's an unfortunate situation. Maybe one day we'll find out, the true story on everybody. At this point, with everybody gone, who gonna tell the story? Who gonna tell us what happened? Now that Nick is gone, we'll never know. We will never know. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like this video. Subscribe to the channel. Shout out to Princess AG, Juno, Just Lovely, Mr. Debonair, all the mods in here. You are late, Brownstone. You are very, very late. I've been on for a whole hour talking about Nick Gordon's situation. What else can I talk about real quick? What else can I talk about? I'll say that for the Patreon people. Because there's been some drama on the YouTube streets. Well, on the Instagrams and the YouTube streets that we're going to get into. But anyway, you guys, thank you guys for tuning in. Where is my music? Why my music won't start? I don't know where it went. Hold on. Now I got to go back. I'm just going to pick something. Let me pick something. Hold on. I don't know what this beat is.
Hey, we're Roots, and we can save you.
You said Trace. Housewives tomorrow. Yes, I will be back for Housewives tomorrow. I don't know what this song is. What is this? That don't even sound right. Let me see. Where the bass at? Okay. It's a little bit better. I don't know what it is. Woo! What you say about Trey songs? I wish I could play some Whitney on the way out, but I can't. But I cannot. I will not. Thank you, Black Pixie. I'm sorry you missed it. Watch the replay. I will see y'all in the next live. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, visit straightfromtheA.com. Also, channel memberships are available for the low price of $1.99. You know, if you want to get up close and personal over on the Patreon, it is $5. So Patreon is patreon.com. I am ATLien. What else I got to pitch? I got, look, Princess AG, I got merch. I got merch over on the teespring.com, teespring.com/store/ATLien. I got Zenny Optical. We got everything. We selling everything. What else I got? I got earrings. Got lashes, got weave. What else? Shout out to the squad. I sure appreciate y'all. Y'all be supporting your girl. Y'all really do. Hey. Oh boy. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Man, it feels like February already. It feels like February already, and we only in the 4th day of January. Happy New Year, you guys. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Don't forget, like on the way out, put up your aliens on the way out, and I will see you soon. I'm out.